So this is one of the new roads launched in Abuja City not long ago. That was last year, 2024. So this is Bola Tinubu way. Let's see. This 28th of May 2024. I haven't actually driven all the way down to the end, but I know it's supposed to connect to Duru, is it? Oh, this is not Duru. I know this side is Living Faith. Anyways, road will probably continue and then pass this place. And I just stopped today. I drove my Z9 V6 manual, and I was kind of appreciating the car, and decided to make just a short video. So actually, a thought crossed my mind, as I was driving the vehicle, and so I was like, I know the things that have been going on in people's minds, especially when they see car enthusiasts like us that have more than one vehicle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even more. Some exotic cars, some just normal cars, so we'll be like, isn't that crazy? Isn't that irresponsible? Isn't that name it, all kinds of negative connotation, or sometimes concerns. What I will tell you is this: is it a liability to have more than one vehicle, or more than 2 vehicles, or more than 3 vehicles? So I'll tell you, as someone who actually has at least 5 vehicles, probably counting. Yeah, it could be a liability. It could be. So, but it's not necessary that everybody that has more than one vehicle, that those vehicles are liability to him. That's the easiest way I'm going to put it. Because, truth be told, of course, when you have more than one vehicle, chances are that you will spend more in car maintenance than one person that uses only one vehicle. Yes, there's always that chance or that possibility that you have more than you spend more on car maintenance. But I also know there are also cases where people that have more than one vehicle spend less on car maintenance than the one that have only one vehicle, depending like on the degree of usage. When you have only one vehicle, and the vehicle is already old, you use it constantly all the time. Of course, there will be more need for the maintenance of that vehicle than the person that have probably newer vehicles, or maybe old vehicles, but not they are in a better condition, so they will break down less than the ones with that have only one vehicle, but already not just old, because there's a difference between an old car and a dead vehicle. A car can be old and still in a good condition, not new condition, but in good condition, where you spend less. While there's it could be a vehicle that could also be old, but then every now and then we are spending. So that's something that okay. Some people Yeah, so I'm trying to understand why they are stopping. Anyway, um, so a car, yes, a car can be a liability. A car can be also an avenue to make money or get connections or to even grow from where you are. See, it can be anything, but still it doesn't take the fact that it's going to take you some money to keep the car running. The only difference now is you might be spending money on keeping that car on the road, but that money you're spending might be just a little compared to what that car brings in. I mean, some people use it for commercial purposes and generate money. So vehicle have, all I will tell you is this: do not look at anybody when you come to car culture. Don't do that. Don't look at anybody and say, oh, this person have 10 cars, probably is broke, or probably he doesn't have savings, or probably he can't be able to achieve any other thing in life, or probably is name it. One thing I always say is, if you're not a car person, see, don't try to delve into that world or try to understand why people like us exist. It's going to be very difficult for you to understand. So if you're trying to put yourself in shoes like people like us, you're going to run mad. There are people who are not actually car person, but they try to mimic other people. Like, hey, I have the money. Every people in my cadre, or people that generate, have some money, they buy more than one vehicle, or they drive up to 5 cars. So let me do the same. So they will all buy, and then later on they will be like, hey, that's very wrong. We shouldn't have purchased. Hey, it's like a misery to be driving 5 cars, to driving 3 cars. That was a wrong decision or choice. So I will go back to own one vehicle because, I realized that it wasn't bringing in anything. It was just money guzzling. So that's why I said, don't put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Because there are certain things people don't actually realize. I understand that, most times from your childhood, you have these expectations, especially if you're a man, imposed on you that you need to fulfill before your time is up in this life. So in that, you always try to fulfill such obligations, even if you have to deprive yourself of certain things. So don't assume that because this is what gives you satisfaction based on the expectation that if you get to this, you're supposed to gain this satisfaction. If you do this, you're supposed to get this. That is not that every other man gains same satisfaction for following exactly such obligations, to fulfill such obligations. Not every man is going to do that. Some people have to get some satisfaction from other things in life, which you probably may not understand because it's not your thing. You are not cut off for that. It's just not your. It's not your thing. It's not your thing. There are a lot of men who engage in, from one woman to another, even when they are married. I don't have issue with that. Trust me. People might say, "What do you mean?" I don't care. I don't understand how men are designed biologically. Forget that religion came and say one man, one woman. So I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, polygamy, I'm all for it. If that's what you want. That's what men are designed for anyway. So if that's what you want, but like I said, all these things are resources as well, And some other things, you have some other things you are addicted. There are things that makes you tick. You might not be financially responsible. It might not be, I don't know. There are so many ways to put it. But these are the things that motivate, inspire you to do what you do, to always want to stay alive. Some people could be, maybe their children. Some, their children are even a cause to them. They got married and got children only for the children to to become headache or nightmare in their life, or the children were turned against them by their ex-spouse or ex-wife, and the children hated you, and you don't want anything to do with you, and every now you are in agony. If you are not, you wouldn't have even bothered to ever raise those children or give birth to them, or as they call it, sperm donors. You shouldn't have even bothered to even got married in the first place, and because of what it has eventually turned out to be used against you to the end of your life. So it could be a blessing. So there are so many things. So that's why I said, do not put yourself in another man's position. Even if the person is irresponsible financially, having more than one vehicle, does that irresponsibility keeps him alive? Because there are a lot of people, I mean, if they don't have the such things that make them to want to wake up every morning to strive to make some resources to keep growing and the rest. What's the point of living? Like I said, you could be whatever it is. Some people, it is the bank accounts or networks or investments is the only thing that kicks in them. They don't care about any other thing. It depends on what they wake up every morning and say, hey, I have this and this and this in the amount in my bank account. I have this kind of investment. This is what makes you want to wake up every morning, to keep striving, to keep increasing those investments, to make more, and maybe the target is to be the next richest person in your locality. You know, so my point is, everybody has his own goals and have things that make them want to. Because it's also an addiction to want to be the richest person on this earth. Trust me, because you actually don't need it. You could say, I don't need 5 vehicles, I don't need 10 vehicles. I mean, come on, there are people that have 20 vehicles. I'm not talking about cars like normal cars. I'm talking about cars that worth millions, if not billions. I mean, yeah, even billions, because there are cars that worth close to $1 million, probably, if not more. So imagine when you convert it to Naira. So that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's not financially responsible, even if the person can afford to have such exotic vehicles, even though he's a rich person, but it's still financially responsible to have 10 cars that are worth 10 billion naira, if you want to look at it that way. But that what gives him joy for you to make it the money, or keep striving to make the more money, to be able to have such vehicles. So, yeah, it could be a liability, or it could also be because there are cars you have, you open doors for you. And instead of your mind, you also determine how you absorb things, how you strive for things. So, I know people will say, oh, are you trying to rationalize? What I'm trying to do here is, don't do because this person is doing. If you're not a car person, don't do that. We do it because of the joy we derive having it, irrespective of how my neighbor, the next person behind me or in front of me, or whoever thinks about you know, the car culture we exhibit for everybody, people see. You know, so it's just like this. There was a time it used to be, you know, kind of secured forums where enthusiasts come to share things. You know, but now almost everything is open. You know what I mean is, when you have a car, a certain vehicle, you know, you have people that you want to, oh yes, I share same vehicle with you. You feel satisfied to share the, you know, pictures or videos. I even do hangouts, or sometimes even want to do car show where you all come around, or you all come around, display your cars and the rest. So these are the things that men enjoy doing. Not all men anyways, but men find joy in doing that. But of course, right now, anything masculine that has to do with masculinity is bad. Because last time I checked, a woman can own 50 bags, different kind of designer bag that was whoever know how much they want. They can have different kind of wig, artificial fake wig, different layers, different kinds of this thing. But no, that is not addiction. That is not bad. Yeah, well done. But as far as men, when it comes to cars, they know that men are mechanical. So cars are mechanical, men always have that attachment to that. And when they want to explore that, such attachment, oh, it's bad. And then other men will also come in to try to. So people like us, we know who we are. We do it unapologetically, you know. So, but if you are not into car, please don't do that. You are going to be miserable. Because it's going to, yeah, you need money to keep these cars running. But it could also be that even though you are spending that money, it might be generating more money for you for having those vehicles. Or may not be generating more money, but just having peace. Just for having peace of mind for having those cars is enough. Or is whatever it is. Unlike people that may not even have any or have only one car, but they question the existence, why they still exist, why they keep living, you know, because nothing around them is giving them the inspiration or the need for them to even keep staying alive. If without religion, I'll repeat it, without religion, bet me most men would have checked that by now. Most men who live today, if there was no religion, they would have all killed themselves by now. Because of the pressure being put on men on things they need to do in the society. You need to do this, you need to get married, you need to build a house, you need to do this, you need to do it for society, to take care of every other thing, you need to generate wealth, you need to get rich, you need to compete with other men, you need to do all kinds of things, you need to go to war and kill your fellow men, you need to dominate and conquer and gather more. I mean, so many things. You need to impress women, you need to do this, you need to impregnate women. Wow, a lot. So the only reason people actually don't let this thing get into their head is because religion tells them if you kill yourself, you are going to hellfire, it's very bad. These are the reasons most men are still alive. Because they don't actually look around and say, okay, what are the other things that can actually keep you, irrespective of whatever pressure is around you, that will keep you excitedly every morning to wake up. And looking towards every morning to sleep at night, so I wake up every morning. I mean, things that will keep you going. It can never be enough. If whenever you become so contented that you say, oh, it's enough, then that will be your end. Trust me. Because the next thing will be depression. You have to have something that will make you to want to do more. To experience that, because it's all an experience. As far as I'm concerned, this physical life is experience. You can have whatever religion tells you that, oh, it's just here for you to do your thing and then later you go to heaven and enjoy. Fine. You are here for physical experience. So that experience is what you have to. I'm not saying you get everything. No. The point is, another man may want to experience one particular thing over and over, or probably expand on it, while another person might probably be traveling that they want to kiss them, while another person will want to have as many wives as possible, or many children as possible, or be able to raise and train their children at top institutions. That could be their goals. Or that could be the things that strive to make you go extra mile to be able to gather these resources. And so many things. Anyway, so I hope it makes sense. I know I'm kind of still rambling, but yeah, I just appreciating this guy because I knew how negative how negative this guy is online. I mean, a lot of people say so many bad things. You go online, there's no how you can go search for Peugeot 607 without seeing, so out of 10, 20, only one probably will have something positive to say about this car. Yet I've been enjoying mine and appreciating the benefit. So I think that's all. So yeah, so guys, yeah, it was a great day today, and just closing from work, and I decided let me stop by and say one or two things to encourage other people like us, and even people who are not like us. There's nothing wrong in not feeling anything about what we do, seeing it as something we don't understand. Why do people do this? Even though they can afford it, doesn't mean they should do that. Look around yourself. You see that there are so many things you do that you're wondering, should you be doing this just because you can? Does that make you responsible? That in the eyes of the society, that's what I'm saying. Funny thing is, at the end of the day, we're all gonna live this life. It doesn't matter. It could be yours, could be this night, it could be the next day, and you are busy doing what? Trying to look at who to check or who is doing it wrong. Anyway, so like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch out for more videos.